All right, let's go start and go back to where we were earlier. We did figure out the first distance, which was x1, right? We're going to repeat the same steps for the other length, which is h2 now is 10.1 centimeters, right? So let's try to real quickly complete that part. So the first one is that I'm going to find the theta 1. That turns out to be sine inverse. Now it's h2 over r, right? So my value would be sine inverse. What's my h2? It's 10.1, I think. 10.1 and radius is 21.5. 10.1 over 21.5. That will give me as the first answer of 28.0192 degrees, right? All right, so that's my theta 1. Now for theta 2, I have to use the Snell's law, and I know it already that it's going to be nothing but sine inverse of mu 1, which is 1.60 sine theta 1, which is 28.0192 divided by just a 1, which is the mu 2, which is the refractive index of air. So sine inverse of 1.6, answer turns out to be 24. Yeah. So sine inverse of 1.60 times sine of the answer divided by 1. That angle turns out to be 48.7315. Okay, so I've got the two angles. The difference of the angle would be my actual phi. I would say that's going to be 48.7315 minus 28.0192, which will give me an answer of 20.712 degrees, right? That's the angle. Now I have to calculate the focal length. So it's for from the tangent theta formula about the right angle triangle that I explained in the earlier video. It's now all the same step but with different height, right? That's all. So if you understand the first steps, then it's just a repetitive part because the height is changed now. So for F2, I'm gonna do it again. Now it's H2 tangent of phi, right? So height of 2 was 10.1 divided by 10, 20.712. All right, so 10.1 divided by 10, 20.712. That would give me a focal length now of 26.71195. All right, once I have the focal length, I have to find the horizontal distance like we did. That was x is equals to r minus root r square minus h2 square. That would be r is what? Radius of curvature was 20.21.5 minus 21.5 square minus h2 is 10.1 square. 10.1 square, right? So let's try to put it all together to find my x answer. That will turn out to be 21.5 minus the root of 21.5 square minus 10.1 square. And that turns out to be 2.52 centimeters now, right? It's now a huge distance. Okay. So once I have the 2.52 centimeters over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find my x2, which is just like we did, focal length of 2 that we calculated minus the x value that we calculated. The focal length turned out to be 26.71 minus the x2 value turns out to be 2.52. Sorry, x value, and that will give me as 26.71 minus the answer. That turns out to be 24.1899 centimeters. So I have x2 very big, which is 24.189 centimeters, and the x1 is what? 6.0 right over here for the first part. The difference of the delta x would be the difference of these two numbers. So delta x, which is required in the question, would be 24.1899 minus 6.097 10 power minus 3 minus 6.097 10 power minus 3. That will give me the delta theta, delta x answer of 24.1838 centimeters. All right, so there was a lot of maths involved. I would highly encourage you to go over with your calculator and the values so that if there's any error that I have carried forward, you should ignore it. You should be able to do it rightly. This question was a lot tricky because you have to reach to first point after a lot of maths, and then you have to do the same with the other, and then eventually calculate the difference. But if it doesn't work out fine, do let me know. It's already not graded, but yeah, just even if it doesn't work out, just let me know so I can just review it again. That's all for this question now. Thank you.